Hello, 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 and welcome. I got my glasses on and I can see all these reflections. I hate it. But welcome to She Is Still Dope TV. I am Sharonda Lynn and I am your social media person on this network. I am your IT person, your web guru. I am here to help you and to strengthen you in your social media and your website and your IT needs, right? This is a 7-part. We are in the middle of a 7-part course on Social Media 101. I'm going to take just a tad bit of a shift today because we've been talking about Social Media 101. We've been talking about a lot of stuff, but I really want to drill down and focus in on some of these things that are really that you need to use and to utilize. Now I just minimize the screen. There we go. That we need to utilize to be better social media participants in our business and our ministries, so that you can see yourself flourish. Right? We can talk about the ins and outs, the do's and the don'ts, and who these people are. But it's time for you to start applying some of this stuff. And I'm going to take my glasses off. I think I'll be okay. It's time to start applying some of this stuff to what you're doing. Again, I am a digital media specialist. I take your brand and bridge it with your target audience so that I am able to promote your business, to enhance your engagement, and to allow your business to grow, allow your ministry to grow, allow you to be better on this internet, on this social media, so that you get and you do the things that you need to do. So one of the things that is a catchword these days is a thing called a funnel. And a funnel is an online tactic to get people from one point to another in your business line, in your ministry line. If it's in ministry, you may be trying to get people to acknowledge you as a voice in ministry. You might be trying to sell a product. You may be trying to just get them to do Bible study and to do I want to say Bible study. I was going to say some outreach. There's a whole bunch of different things that you can use funnels for. If you're in business, you definitely have a product or service you want them to use, right? And you have maybe more than one and you want to do some upsells. We'll talk about all of that. But some of the things that people forget about is that you can build the best funnel, but if you don't have the right people coming into your funnel, you really won't do a whole lot. So I want you to consider, just for today, we're going to set aside some of the stuff. We're going to set aside some of the stuff that we normally talk about, which is what is Instagram, what is Facebook, and we're going to start saying, hey, you're in Facebook, you're in Twitter. How do you get these people to your website? How? You ask people to go and sign up for your newsletter. You ask people, but that's not helping. You need to get in front of the people that you need. And your first thing is, do you have your target audience right? Do you have the people that you're selling to, that you're ministering to, correct? It's possible that when you started this business, you started out one way, but now you're here in the middle of your business, in the middle of your ministry, and you're realizing that you're really not who you thought you were at the beginning, but you're somewhere else. You got to take a step back and reassess who you are, who you're speaking to, and how that's going to transpire and work through your entire business, right? Our whole thing for you to do in doing these social media one-on-one projects is for you to increase your brand awareness. Now, what is brand awareness? Brand awareness is the the level that people know what your brand is. It is how you present yourself. It is, are you um going out there on social media and putting yourself out there and look at any old kind of way, or are you representing your brand? Do you have, for instance, mine is Diggs Media. Diggs Media is yellow and blue, a lot like She Is Still Dope. However, our colors are Notre Dame colors. I went to Penn State. I love Penn State, but I'm also a Notre Dame girl. I have my Notre Dame stuff downstairs. And so when I chose colors, I was like, okay, I think I'm switching to my Notre Dame colors. So at least for this year, they seem to change every year. But as I'm developing this brand, it's a really clean look. It is a really, and I understand that. So guess what? Behind me is yellow and blue. It's not just yellow and blue for She Is Still Dope. It's really nice that we vibe on the same kind of level. But if you know anything about graphic designers, we can see the difference. We see the different blues. We see the different yellows. So, but behind me, my scenery is blue and yellow, and that's really important. Are you increasing your brand awareness by wearing your brand colors? Are you increasing brand awareness? You can have the best products in the marketplace, or provide the best possible service, but you will get nowhere if you have a low or weak brand. It's important for you to understand that your brand matters. So let's see. You want to also boost your visibility. So marketing today is super complex. You can market in so many different ways. Let's face it. Anybody with social media can get their name out there. You can become an overnight sensation, or you might have to pluck at it again and again and again. But in order for you to be in business, in order for you to have a ministry, and you want to see things be effective online, you want to see conversions, you want to see sales. If you're in business, conversions. If you're in ministry, and that doesn't mean that people are converting in ministry from whatever they're into to being a Christian. That's not what I'm talking about. When I say conversions, in other words, they're signing up for your newsletter. They're signing up for your, what is that called? Your subscription group. They're signing up for those things. So social media is important, but sales is important throughout your entire funnel. Perhaps the most important thing up front is for you to be able to formulate and to clearly articulate to your target market exactly what you want to do. Because if I said this before, I'll say it again. If you've asked this question, if you've asked, how do you do different things, like whatever you are, the guru and the professional, and if you remember, as you built your brand, as you built your ministry, you had all kinds of questions. Guess what? Your readership, your target market, your disciples, they are going to have the same questions. They are really going to have the same questions. Those are the things that you can pull off of to help attract your specific target market to your brand. You want to revamp your website. Now, I'm not just saying this because I'm a web developer, but let's be real. Let's be clear. You have to revamp your website. So even if you spent $1,000, thousands of dollars, I know websites that took 10, 15, $20,000 to create, but nobody's buying anything on your website. There has to be something wrong. There has to be something, you're not doing this right, or you're not doing that right. It really isn't that. You have to go back in and take a look at your website. Look at the analytics on your website. See how many people are coming. See how many unique visitors. See how many return visitors. There are ways to get people to come back, and for you to track that, right? Everyone should have a website. That's all I'm going to say. And just for those of you who have websites, you're really not sure if your website is performing correctly. You're not sure if if you have it set up right, you need somebody to look at it. Maybe look at your brand colors. I'm gonna tell you right now, for those of you listening, I have 30-minute windows available for you to get a free assessment. I'll take a look at your website. I'll even help you direct which way you want to go. I'll give you strategy that people pay me for. All right. So it's free. The link, if we could post the link, if not, I should try to post it, but I can't do it at this moment. If you come back, I'll try to. There we go. It's bit.ly/DM for Diggs Media Web Strategy. If you click on that, you can go and you can sign up for a free 30-minute website assessment. Number 6, you want to do email marketing. People still open emails. Don't you still go to your email? Don't you still go through and look? And if something catches your eye, you're opening it up. I don't care who it is. I say this to say, many people say that email marketing is not a thing anymore. It is. Yes, it is. Email marketing is still a thing. So you need to get some leads, have people sign up. And this is all ways to make your funnel flow. Your funnel, I don't even have anything up here like it, but it's kind of shaped like this with a top, right? It's like this, but with a rounded top. So, or it doesn't have to be rounded. I'm getting graphical. But your funnel allows people to come in and go exactly where you want them to go, to the big sale, right? Email marketing is a part of that. You know, if people sign up for your email marketing, they are already a warm market. You don't have to put in hours and hours to sell to them. A lot of times they're already ready and they're looking for what you have. They are an engaged group of people. So another thing that you might want to do is do surveys. Oh my, I don't know how many times I've gone down my Instagram feed and filled out somebody's survey questionnaire. If it's about losing weight, I'm there. I'm for it. What you going to tell me? What you going to tell me about losing weight? I'm there for it. And I will take their little assessments. I'll take all kinds of stuff. I've done it a million times. I'm a web person, but I'm interested in losing weight, and I'm interested in losing weight for people that it's almost impossible to lose weight for. Like people with illnesses, chronic illnesses that impede their ability to lose weight, right? So I'm interested in all that. Honey, I click quick. I click those sites quick. So you want to be sure that you employ, you get surveys, you get some quizzes out there, and you use it. And people will sign up. The people that you are targeting will sign up for it. I promise you. Create engaging and better content. So you don't want to just say I'm selling. You don't want to just say just come to this event tomorrow. You don't want to just say, hey, there's a Bible study happening. We're studying Ephesians 1. You don't want to just say that. You have to engage them. And I'm going to tell you why. Because everybody else is engaging them. They see all kinds of, they see all kinds of vivid things now. Marketing tells us that we have to see things 12 to 13 times before we buy. That's why in the end of July, you saw Halloween stuff. I guarantee you that's 3 months, July, August, September, October. So let's do, I'm going to say by September, end of September, mid to end of September, you'll start seeing Christmas stuff too. I promise you. Why? Because we are fully engaged and seeing visual things all the time now. Woo-ho-ho. We are overrun with visual stuff. We are. So it takes that much. Another thing, SEO, I'm not going to get into SEO. SEO is search engine optimization. And when you have a website, you want to use that. It's going to help your funnel. This is probably should have been at the top of the list because really without SEO, you have nothing. You have to have SEO attached to your website. And those SEO are keyword plugins. They are being consistent with your posting, with your links and your backlinks. They are utilizing cross links. It's even about knowing your audience and what your audience is searching for on the internet. Woo! SEO can help you like nothing else. Use analytics all the time in your stuff. So we were talking about social media 101. SEO analytics is a lot more advanced. All analytics is going to show you is if you're reaching your target audience. It's going to show you if your efforts are okay, if your efforts are on task, on brand, on point. All right. So you want to also use fresh content. Use fresh content. But fresh content is like an oxymoron. Fresh content could be fresh to the people reading it and old to you. Fresh content. So, like I'm doing this video right now and I'm going over different things that help you excite the people that are looking at your that are trying to buy your product. They're trying to become they're trying to see what you're about. You want to use content that's fresh to them. So this video right here, if this was my video, I would break this video apart, and then the content that I would present would be from here. Maybe I could pull out 30-second to 1 minute to a minute and a half explanations out of these videos, and I'm good at editing. My God, just think about how many videos, how much stuff you really could have. The other thing, I'm going to skip that one. Leverage social proof. Okay, so we're talking social media 101. 101. Why do I keep saying 1-on-1? That's that adult onset ADHD crap. So listen, leverage social proof. You want to make sure you have social proof. What is social proof? Do you know what social proof is? Social proof are the people that you have sold to, ministered to, had a connection with, that can vouch and verify that you are who you say you are. Your products and services can do what they say they're going to do. Because when you go to Amazon and you go to buy something, I know when I go to Amazon and I go to buy something, the first thing I'm looking at is their social proof. Okay, well, what's up? So I know the ins and outs of the product or the service well before I purchase. Very rarely do I purchase things without reviews. That's just the truth. So I know I'm missing a lot of good things, but if they don't have social proof, I don't know. I don't have it to where I just want to throw money away. Social proof is written and it's verbal. So if you can get people to give you tips and reviews or do something on video, then you have that video that you can use as social proof on your website. And video is amazing. If you got somebody who can tell their testimony of how you helped them, how your product has helped them, I'm telling you, that's going to be amazing. Let me see the time. Because there's a lot of these. I just want to make sure that So make sure when you're on social media, you build rapport. You build rapport with your audience, right? You have to engage with them. You want to be genuine. You want to share quality and useful information. Don't be useless. And don't be too salesy either. You want to appeal to their humanity, right? You want to say, hey, I understand. One of the things that I learned, I have a coach named Kyle Slaymaker, and he has the Slaymaker method. And one of the things I learned was how not to be salesy when I talk to him. And when I talk to him, I told him about my hiccups with sales, and he showed me how to get over that and how to not be salesy, right? Don't be pushy, show interest. And so when they comment on your stuff, respond. Respond. We have not arrived because we have 10,000 followers. Respond. Show your expertise. That's one proven way of showing your proficiency. Teach. Show your expertise. Show it. Give them proof that you have what you have. You doing what you say you're going to do. Give it to them. Publish. Demonstrate your expertise through a blog. You want to partner, team up with other businesses in the same niche and see how you can be of service to their clients, right? Podium, create a valuable presentation, and then offer to speak it to groups. That's a good one. Offer to speak it to other groups and share your work online via YouTube or Facebook, your social media platforms. We've talked about that. The big four. What is it? Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. And that's Twitter is still really big. Those are the four. The other one is, no, I said Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Yes, those are the four. Provide value. Your clients, your ministry is going to ask, what are you doing for them? What are you doing for them? And you got to provide that value. You have to legitimize why people want to do business with you. What are they getting back? Why are they going to give you their money? What are you going to do for them? Here's some ways for you to do that. You need to understand what is important to your customers, your clients, your audience, and what constitutes value for them. You have to figure that out first. What is valuable to them, not to you, because you're on a different plane. You're doing something different. What's valuable to you? Know your value proposition. That's the benefits that the customers receive because they are signing up for your course, because they are buying your t-shirt, because they are signing up for your Bible study, because they're signing up for your mentorship program. And then you want to identify ways you can create value to your competitor, to your create value relative to your competitors, not create value to your competitors. We don't want to do that. We want our value to go to our target market and our target audience. So the last thing you want to do is, not only do you want to optimize your website, and I'm not going to say this is the last thing, but my God, I had a whole list of stuff. But you want to optimize your landing pages. Okay, here's a quick question. If you have a sprocket, and this sprocket is just representative of a service or a product. You have this sprocket, and you're like, click here to purchase this sprocket. What is the next thing that your audience is going to see? Is it going to see you? Are they going to see your homepage? Are they going to see a lot of pictures and stuff that has nothing to do with the sprocket? Or are they going to see why they should buy the sprocket? If you answered why they should buy the sprocket, you're absolutely correct. So when they click on that link to buy your sprocket, whatever that sprocket stands for you want them to land on the page that says, okay, wait a minute. You mean that there's testimonials here that I can see the social proof in this? I'm going to tell you right now, there's a specific way for you to build your landing pages. And when you optimize your landing pages using SEO, using all the tips that I said before, and that you go and you make sure certain things are on your landing pages, it's going to be so much easier to capture sales that way, right? Because many people lose sales. You get 150 people hitting your website. You want all 150 people to buy, but most of the times you get 150 people going to your website, and you get one or two people to buy because they're the only ones that feel comfortable with going through every part of your website. Ew. To try to figure out where something is. No, I'm telling you, people are so much like sheep. You got to tell them where they want to go. You got to have that just there for them so that it's easy. And the way is easy. That's it. The way has to be easy. Okay. Now, I'm going to stop right here because I don't want this to go too long. But if you have any questions, replay viewers, if you have any questions, please drop them in the chat. I will come back and answer them. But please don't forget that if you have a website right now, if you have a website and you want to, you need a free assessment. You just want somebody with eyes on it and to tell you and give you some strategy of how to make it better. Please, 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 click on the link. It's www. You don't even have to do www. It's bit.ly/ web DM web strategy. It's bit.ly/ DM web strategy. And I will be happy to sit down and talk with you for 30 minutes to get you on track with your website. And I might offer, just so that you know, I might offer you something if you want. If I think that I have something that you can utilize, I may offer that to you, but that's not guaranteed. You can always say no. Ain't nobody trying to be salesy, but if I know that I have what you need, I'm going to offer it. Amen. Right? All right. Well, listen, that's all I have for you today. Tune in next week where we start kicking it with social media 101. We go back to our list and the things that we're doing. But if you really want to know how to electrify your funnel, sign up for that 30-minute strategy talk. Amen. All right. I love you with the love of Christ. Go forward today knowing that God is way more for you than the enemy could ever be against you. Apply that to your ministry and your business. Amen. So I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Have an amazing day, guys.